Hello everyone, good evening. I was going to do this earlier, but no, I needed a lie-in and I needed some time for me. It's just chill and sleep. So I have some incense burning in my room. It's a rose because self-love, lads. That's all you need. So we're going to do this unboxing and flip through of the Serafina Modern Tarot. This is by a girl who was actually a follower on my Instagram. And I didn't know, way some people say the name of a tarot as their username or something like that. So I thought, it can't be the actual person. And it was the actual person who created this. So all her details are on the back here. I will link them above. Whew. And it's, and she's saying it's the Rider-Waite-Smith system just with a modern twist. If you would like to learn the tarot or add to your existing skills... Whoa, wind. Do you mind, wind? Seriously? Oh, hang on. Oh, the wind is going nuts because I said this shit's there. There. Okay, just in case. That was creepy. So this came out about last year, because copyright 2018. So the graphic designer is Ronnie Core, excuse me, and the art is by Serafina herself. Where's her email and all that stuff. Now, first impressions was the deck is lovely, right? The only thing is, I would say, is maybe work on the unicorn. I don't know, maybe this is just my first impressions. I think the deck is brilliant. The girl is so nice and everything, but a review is a review. You can't just say everything's amazing. You just can't say that. So let me see. Okay, here I have the Golden Tarot for an example of a box, and just an ordinary unicorn, which would be like the Cosmic Tarot. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the cardboard. It's a bit this is more sturdy than this one. It's just an opinion. You're allowed to have an opinion. That's just my first impressions of the unicorn and the presentation of it. Next, it would be this kind of thing. I call it a top hat because it's like a top hat. Now, if that's more to make, fair enough. Or the other option would be put it in a bag that matches. So it's like the limited edition one could be with a purple bag or something, and it's like with love from Serafina or something like that. That's just the first impressions of the unicorn. The design though is very simple and straightforward. I love it. Now this is a Etsy deck, or eBay deck, sorry. So it's like a indie deck. That's the word. Getting there. So this is an indie deck, and when I open it, when I'm trying to open this, I'm afraid I'll tear the corner here. So I'm just gonna use my eyebrow tweezers for a second, just to pull it open, because I didn't want to ruin it. Now, it does not come with an instruction book, because if you kind of know Rider-Waite, you're okay, but if you're brand new to this, you're like, what is this? So there is the tarot. Just leave that there. So I'm going to scooch it over like before, and we're going to zoom in just a smidge and have a look at this. So here's the backing. I love this kind of indigo kind of blue. What's going on here? Indigo blue. Indigo is blue and purple, but it's like navy. It's an indigo navy, and it has her symbol at the back, which is beautiful. Now, gonna get into the flip through part. So, very modern take. Very simple. I like how it's just this black, this like solid background, and then there's the art. So you just see this girl with her little chihuahua and doesn't realise there's a manhole. The other thing I've noticed about this is not only does it say the Fool, the numbers there, and the elemental factor, I presume that's the elemental factor, to the card. So whatever element, I think this just means it's a major, because the next one has it and or it is actually the elemental suit of the card. So that's the Fool. Look at that for a magician. There's a lot of women in this. I like that though. It's nice for a change. The High Priestess. The Empress. It looks like Lady Gaga in her Bad Romance dress. Love it. The Emperor. Now, if you notice, there's another one there. I don't know if the Empress had that. No, the Empress did not have it. This one has a third symbol at the bottom, which is his astrology sign, or the astrology sign linked to the card. Which is what drew me in to the deck, because it's nice to know what sign this card represents rather than just trying to memorize it. So that's another good thing for beginners. This is kind of good. If there was a book to go with it, that'd be brilliant. But other than that, you know, that's a great way to start if you knew. The Hierophant, which is a pope. A pope? He's a pope. The way I said that, sorry. Yeah, see, like, same thing. Like, his elemental of suit and his astrology suit. The Lovers. I just realised what it was like. What am I looking at? The Lovers. Let's just say Two of Cups. Oh, I love this chariot. I don't know. It reminds you of Siegfried and Roy. I love it. And it's Cancerian energy, which is water energy. So you kind of get that. Once you knew that was Cancerian and this was water, you knew this was a water energy to go with the flow of things, and that's the energy with it. Strength is Leo, and it's fire, which is always obvious. And I love how it's like the line in the mouth, the line had a thorn in its paw kind of thing. The Hermit. He's in a lantern. I like this. Taking our time with this litter because it's an indie deck. Wheel of Fortune. So we have two cats, and one has a good luck charm and one, or a 4-leaf clover, and the other one doesn't. If you can make them out, they're so slight. There you are, kind of. That's a nice deck. I mean, it's like the Wheel of Fortune is actually the star signs. Justice is next. Oh, sorry, itchy head. Yeah, that's the Libra energy and the air energy. Hanged Man. Now, some of them don't have an astrology suit because it's more like the situation rather than the temperament or the way you would mentally deal with the situation. Death. I just realised he's looking at, I just like, what is he holding? I was holding a can of Coke. No, he's holding his phone and he's listening to music. That's kind of the modern way of death, is that people are staring at their phones too much. Temperance. That devil is just gas. I love it. It's just comical in a way. The Tower. The Star is always my favourite card, and like, that's beautiful. So simple, but beautiful. The Moon. It's a very interesting deck. The Sun. Yeah, no, I just really was eyeing this for a while and seeing it on Instagram so much. And I'm going, this deck is really pretty. What is this? So yeah, Judgment. The World. Now, the suits are going to be a bit more full, as you can see. They're a little bit more fuller than the majors because they have more symbols down here and more star signs to deal with it. So the Ace of Cups has a heart and it's dripping into the cup. We have Heart, which is obviously the suit, which is cups, which means emotions. And then we have the 3 or more, it's usually 3 or more star signs involved with this or affected mostly by this card, which is lovely. And so we have, I only see Cancerian, I can think Pisces, and I forgot the other one. My head's just gone blank. We'll get there. Alright. But anyway, we have the 2 of Cups. So it's like a date night on a little Starbucks date. 3 of Cups, off shopping with the girls. Love it. Very modern take on Rider-Waite. 4 of Cups. 5 of Cups. I love how the cups are these giant, like, coffee mugs. I like it. 6 of Cups. Oh, the little tea party. So nice. Then we have 7 of Cups. Off daydreaming. 8 of Cups. 9 of Cups. He looks like a gambler nearly. Oh, you want some? Do you want some of my cups, please? I don't know. 10 of Cups. Okay, this is very, it's a family, but it looks very Alice in Wonderland like. I have to say that. Page of Cups. Oh, that Knight of Cups. Who doesn't love a musician like? Especially long flowing blonde hair. So pretty. Queen of Cups. The King of Cups. Now we're on to Wands, which the energy shifts, and therefore the star signs shift. So this is the Wands, which would be Spades. So if you were doing the Lomand, is that how you say it? Leomand? I know what it is. It's where you use tarot or playing cards as tarot. You can still use this as both, so it's a multi-purpose deck, which is nice. Ace of Wands. 2 of Wands, making a choice. 3 of Wands. Okay, so we're just continuing on because got cut off there for a second. So we have the 5 of Wands. 6 of Wands. 7 of Wands. Oh, by the way, cardstock is really... It's sturdy, but it's like flexible. Does that make sense? They're not flimsy, like. 8 of Wands. 9 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Page of Wands. Skater dude. Whoa, the Knight of Wands is like a daredevil on a Ducati? Is that the word? Queen of Wands. Knight of Wands. King of Wands, not Knight. Now we're on to Pentacles. Oh, hello. That was weird. The unicorn horn just like seesawed for no reason. It's meant to be. There's a unicorn on the thing. Oh my god. Ace of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. Very modern. Like this kind of circus and gymnastics and modern take on the Rider-Waite. 3 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. I'd love to see the reason behind these images as well from Serafina. Oh yeah, and pentacles are diamonds, if you're wondering, for this, for Leomad? I can never say that properly. 8 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Their chairs are, and their background is also the card suit, the playing card suit. King of Pentacles. And last but not least, swords. Ace of Swords. 2 of Swords, which are clubs, by the way. 3 of Swords. That's actually a nice 3 of Swords. I love when it's not gruesome. It just represents the heartache. The minute they stab, all the tears come through. Very pretty. 4 of Swords. 5 of Swords. 6 of Swords. swords, 8 of swords, 9 of swords, 10 of swords. That's the one I was curious about. It's just the guy. Page of swords, Knight of swords. Oh, that Queen of swords. And King of swords. And there's the backing again. Right, well, all in all, I'm going to give this a shuffle while I just say my last thoughts on this deck. It's a nice modern take. Very simple art, not too cluttered, which is lovely. Do you mind shuffling? It shuffles fine, it probably just needs a few goes to get the stiffness out of them. I like the fresh print kind of the fresh print stiffness of them, kind of. They don't curl too much straight away, actually, which is nice. They have bent a little bit from that, but pointless to be used. Then again, this is not mass produced, it is indie deck. And then I'll just draw a card, see what the lesson is. Knight of Swords. Being too rash today, are we, people? Anyway, that is the Serafina Modern Tarot. I'll leave that there. Again, the only review I'd say would be the box, but since it is, you know, an indie deck, it's understandable why it can't be they can't afford like big fancy mass-produced boxes. But I say a bag would probably be a bit more suitable. But then again, who knows? So I'll leave that there, guys, and I will see you all next time.